And, oh, your auto isn't working.
We are live whenever you're ready.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you go ahead and have us go live, and then we can go from there. I'm still trying to get everything on and up and running on my end as well. I think a bunch of us are having technical issues tonight. Come on, where's that?
We were down internet a lot of the day. It was very spotty in Gresham.
Yeah, mine at work was just running slow. So, are we on YouTube live, Adam, or are we still working on that? Okay, we are live. Welcome, parents, to the November 16th PTC meeting. Some of us are still having some technical issues with audio or internet. So give us just a couple of minutes to get signed in and ready. If you are on YouTube, please put your email into the chat so I can get you the invite to the actual Google Meets link. So you can join us there. Last month, there was not anybody's comments, but thank you, Adam. I did review the meeting from October, and I loved all of your comments on there. That was very helpful. Thank you. Let's see, share window. I'm going to quickly share my screen, so hopefully you can see the agenda so you can kind of know what's going on tonight. First, we're going to do a little bit of welcome and intro. Then we'll go into principal's report with Mrs. Sewell if her internet will work. If we have a teacher on, we'll see what's going on in their classroom and have a teacher moment. And then we'll go into our review and new business. We have just kind of 4 topics and ideas. Then we'll end with Katie's treasurer's report. If she does have anything to add, I know she said she was having problems with audio. She couldn't hear us, but we could hear her. So I know she's probably working on that right now. And then we'll adjourn the meeting, and the meeting will maybe be about an hour. Are there any questions, concerns from there?
No.
I don't have any on Google Meets. But,
No, YouTube is quiet so far. I think we're good to proceed.
Okay. So just as a reminder, if you're not talking, try to mute just so we can not have so much feedback from different people's houses. I bribed my son with a little juice box in his room so he wouldn't bug me too much because I didn't want it to quite be on my dining room table. But if you do have any questions, please unmute, raise your hand, comment in the chats. This is an open forum where everyone can talk, so I don't want to hear just me talking the whole time. Just as a reminder, we do have some open PTC positions available. Katie is doing our PTC treasurer because we couldn't be a board without someone handling the books, but she is looking for someone to take over, just like myself and her. Our children are in 5th grade and will not be in North Gresham next year. She will be willing to fully train, show you how she set it up, and she's in a fabulous job with QuickBooks to get it all pretty set up and easy. It just takes a little bit of training, so it's not something that you can just kind of step into. Richard has been our vice president and book fair chair, and we are currently looking for someone to take over the book fair from him, because his daughter is in Clear Creek, but he has graciously stayed on to help us out with the book fair and keep that going. Because if we don't have a person of contact to set it up, we don't have a book fair. And that is one of our fundraisers, especially for our library. And some other open positions is the PTC secretary and volunteer coordinator. These are board positions that can be done from home at your own time. Secretary can basically review the meeting. If you can't attend live, you can watch it on Google, or I'm sorry, watch it on the YouTube, and then type up the meeting minutes of what was discussed and send it to the board. And a volunteer coordinator, when we're having events, they're the ones that send out emails and text messages to coordinate the volunteers. Currently, I am doing both of them, and it's getting to be a little bit too much because I actually do not have, well, September, October, and November's meeting minutes I will hopefully have in December because I just can't get them all done with everything else that's going on. So is there anything else anybody would like to add about welcome to members and just a quick review of open positions or meeting minutes?
I believe I have my audio working now. I can hear you.
Yes, and Katie, we can hear you too.
Sweet.
Yay. Okay, so we'll go to the first thing, which is principal's report with Mrs. Sewell. I know she's having some internet problems, so we'll hopefully get to connect with her still.
Can you hear me fine?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening. So to report, excited about having the opportunity to have conferences next week. So teachers are gearing up and getting some assessments done to be able to share with families about where their students are and how they're doing. And also, there's been a change. Our librarian has moved to half-time, and so she took a position at another school. And so we did interviews this last week, and Dina Nasdaq, who was currently in our cares room, is now our new librarian. And so she's very excited about that. And as are the kiddos. So that's exciting. I was also able to move Ale, who is a bilingual EA that was in a temporary position, into Dina's position. So she will now be permanent, which is really exciting. And then I have a 6.5-hour position open for the cares room. It's a temporary position for the rest of the year, which often is hard to fill. It will be posted starting tomorrow, but I do have a couple people that are interested. So it'll be nice to not have to go without. So that's very exciting. And that will fill all of our positions at North. As you know, it's been tough in education to have subs and to fill all our positions. So we're stretched pretty thin in many areas. So it'll be nice to have a complete staff. And kids are doing a really great job and really enjoying PE and music. We have a brand new PE teacher this year, brand new meaning to our district. She has been in other districts before, and boy, she works those kiddos, and they leave PE sweating away. And then our music teacher has really been able to engage the kids, and I get a lot of positive information or sharing from parents about what's happening in music. And so PE sometimes can be hard to motivate the older kids as well as music, and they are really enjoying both. So that's really exciting. And that's about all I have, unless someone has questions.
Having Dina as the new librarian, that's a perfect fit for her. I think Dina's most happiest moments is at book fair, talking with all the kids, suggesting books.
Mm-hmm. And having an internal person who already knows kids and has built a lot of relationships with them will help make the transition smooth. She has wanted to be the librarian for a long time and has subbed in the library. She knows the library system. Mm-hmm. So it was just a good match all the way around. So we're excited for that. And she actually started today working with the district librarian. So there are some pieces for her to learn. But it'll be nice to have a familiar face in there for kiddos.
Yeah, Mrs. N and her mom are always passionate to help out with book fair, even though Mrs. N's kids are no longer in North Gresham. These last couple of years, she has still been willing to help out. And I think it's perfect to have her in. So just for the notes that I'm doing, Shonda, you said, so we do have an open position for the care room. Is that correct this year?
Yes, just it'll be posted tomorrow. It's only running internally. So it'll run internally for 5 days.
Mhm.
In the meantime, we have a retired secretary that's been helping so that Nina can do the cares room. And then, so hopefully right after Thanksgiving break, we'll have somebody in there.
Oh, it'd be awesome to meet the new person. And I'm glad that we're able to still have that care room available, because I know my son's kind of enjoyed it.
Yeah, because it's hard, because when kids are not feeling well or have COVID symptoms, they need to be isolated. But oftentimes parents need some time to be able to get from work. And so Dina has done a really great job of making it a place for them where they can be comfortable. She's got books. She's got, sometimes she'll play videos for them, or she's got some coloring stuff. And so just trying to make the best of a tough situation while parents can get their stuff to be able to come and get them.
Yeah, my son's asked, what does he have to do to go in that room? Because he said that some of his friends like it because they can just kind of wind down and relax and read some books. And I'm like, no, actually, you don't want to go in that room. That's not the good room.
Yeah.
Well, perfect. Thank you, Mrs. Sewell. Do we have a teacher on? I don't recognize the parents we have with us. We have 2 parents that are on the Google Meets with us. Thank you for joining us. I won't call on you to say anything about yourself, so don't worry, don't have anxiety. But I just wanted to make sure that neither of you guys were teachers that were signed under a different account. And I don't think so. So sorry, give me a second. So we'll go right into some review business first. Our big event in November, and I'm going to share my screen again because I am really bad at numbers, if anyone knows me, and I might say these numbers wrong. But our big event was Saturday, November 6th. With the book fair, and we had PTC merchandise. We tried to have a couple games going, but the wind and rain kind of took those away, darn it. But Richard did share with me that our official sales for the book fair was $6,495.87. And that actually gave us a profit of $1,747.94. Yay. What we've done is the board decided to take $1,500 as cash, and then the remaining $247.94 in Scholastic dollars. For those who don't know, the Scholastic dollars is what we use to give to the library to buy books for our library and computer room. Oh, I hear someone unmuted. Richard.
Also, the online sales is at $104 so far, but there's still a few days left to go until the end of the shipping's out, and so I'll have new numbers here in about 5 days.
Okay, so we'll have that in December. And
Yeah.
so is the online sales not met on top of the 6,494 that
Yes.
that was just from the 1 day event?
Yes, that's not added in yet.
Okay.
No, so what you got down is what we made from cash and checks and credit cards.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Complete sale except the online sales. Online sales ain't going to be added in until it's completely, everything's shipped.
Yeah. So, I mean, that'll be about another $104. So we'll have a little bit more profit there.
Yeah, hopefully it'll go up more. But
yeah.
Say.
Well, and I kind of like to look everything as a little bit comparison of last year, just because we have a little bit of, well, this is all new. We're in COVID. We're all learning together. And last year in the spring, in May, we did a one-day event on Saturday because we weren't able to have the family night and kids come during lunch. That one day we were just shy of $5,000. And with the one day event and it technically being 2 hours less, but with the time change and everything and the weather, we didn't want to be out there, really cold and stuff. So last year we did just under 5,000. And then this one day event, we did just under 6,500. So same thing, one day event only. And we did about $1,500 more. So thank you, Richard, for setting that up for us. I do appreciate it. And that will give our new librarian, Dina, $472 in Scholastic dollars to use for the library and the book room. PTC merchandise, the t-shirts, masks, and water bottles we had available. Total sales was $1,021. That's all pure profit because PTC actually, I believe, bought the t-shirts and stuff from the previous year. So that was all completely profit for this year. And we have the final numbers from our fall fundraiser sale that we just ended beginning of November. Our sale was $16,383.50 with a profit of $6,662.20, if I said that correctly. Katie shaking her head, so thank you, Katie. And then Katie will also like this. Our online sales was more than our catalog sales. The catalog sales, we keep the cash and checks, and then normally we would send a check to the company for their portion because we get about, I think it's like 30%. But Cherrydale will be sending us a check for $1,252.20 will be coming in the next couple of weeks from Cherrydale because again, the online sales payments went directly to them. And so they actually owe us more money. And again, to compare it from last year, because that's the only thing we have to really do it because nobody's really been in COVID before. Last year we did it with the same company in the spring. Our sale was only about $10,500. And this time it was $16,000. So again, the one day event or the COVID event seemed to be pretty good for us. That's just kind of the nitty gritty numbers for people to know kind of where we're at. But I wanted to hear from you, the people, the parents, the board. How did this spring event go? What do we feel? Did we like it? Do we want to try it again in the spring with the book fair? Is there anything different that parents would like to have? Anything that they didn't like about it other than let's minus the wind and rain that we cannot control from Mother Nature? Because believe me, I wish I could, but I can't. Is there anything that, any ideas or want to try it again this spring or don't do it in the spring? Any thoughts, feelings?
It was my first time doing the fundraiser. My child's a kindergartner, and so I don't have any prior experience, but I enjoy going to the book fair with her. She was really excited to go when the rain hit. I said, "Do you still want to go?" And she was still really excited to go. And I liked the catalog sale. So I would I wouldn't mind doing them again. But again, I'm just one parent. And my first year.
It's all okay. We're all parents, and yeah, we didn't know how it was going to work with the rain and the wind. Not exactly what we'd love to have with books that can, not be good for rain, but yeah. And thank you for coming out. We do appreciate it.
Sure.
And with your child being in kindergartner, did you ever have the book fair like when you were growing up, or see it with any of your family members?
Growing up, we didn't have a book fair. Every month we would get the newsletter, the Scholastic newsletter. My mom would look through it, just a pamphlet. And then every month, I might get one book a month. But that's the way my school did it. I'm 42 now, so it was a while ago. But yeah, I remember as a kid really enjoying getting books through Scholastic. So I was excited to see that it was still alive for my daughter to enjoy.
Yeah. I kind of grew up with the same thing. We didn't really ever have a book fair, but we were always sent the catalogs, each month, and it was kind of always a parent's choice. And, it was always like, ooh, unfortunately, my parents could never afford the books that much as I wanted, but it was always nice when I was able to get a book. And just so you know, I mean, normally prior to COVID, kids had a preview week. They would come in, make their wish list. Book fair was open during lunches, before school, after school. And then we would also have a family night with Title I. And so, during that, couple hours at the school, we also would have the book fair open.
I see.
Unfortunately, with COVID restrictions and parents not allowed to be in the school and can't hold huge events, we tried something different. And I love how Richard set up the books underneath the eaves so it did not get rained on.
It might be that next year Richard thought of it, but I don't think we can make it happen in the short time, is that we allow some book sales with the kiddos sometime during the week. When we thought of it, we were thinking lunch, but because of our staffing, we did not have enough staff to be able to allow kids to come back into the building during lunch, like for supervision reasons. And so if we're still having to do it the way we are right now, as far as like without volunteers and stuff in the building, we might want to consider when would be a good time to allow kids to potentially purchase during the week.
Yeah, I know one of the big constraints we had was space, first of all, and then I know some parents were allowed in to help out with the student preview. But if we can, have some parents to help out with the purchase, or if not, maybe some staff members.
Before COVID, we would have it downstairs by the cafeteria in what's the room that Dean is in?
The care room 100.
Yeah, we'd have it in room 100, and kids would come during lunch and buy books, and then we would keep the books and take them to their class for them after lunch, so they didn't have to run back and forth or anything. All they needed to do is buy the books. We stuck a sticker on them of which kid it is and which class they're in, and then after lunch period was over and we were done selling books to kids, we would run them up to the classroom so all the kids would get their books. And that was an easy way to do it without having the kids go back and forth. But being up in the library the way we were, it was kind of hard to do that. Because the kids would have to come all the way up to the library and then go back down to recess.
Yeah, it was always nice having the book fair in that room 100, because that was even the room we had the PTC meetings in, because it was usually pretty close to the door. And Yeah, I agree. Hopefully, maybe in the spring, things would lighten up with the district a little bit to where we can open up a little bit more. But
Hopefully.
yeah, but unfortunately, I think we've been saying that since March of 2020 when we were hoping to go back to school, for April or May.
Yeah.
End up being closed for a year.
Well, all the younger kids are getting their shots now, so hopefully by spring something will change.
Yeah, maybe we can.
Because I plan on still running in the spring if nobody is going to do it or wants to help out and take over eventually. Because, like I said, this is my last year, and next year I won't be here.
Yeah. Well, and hopefully we can find a parent who'd be willing to take it over. But, I've never done it, Richard, but isn't most of it done kind of on your time? You set it up through the internet or calling our rep? And
well, Adam helps me out a lot with putting it online and everything on the website, and you do too. Basically, all I do is I make up the flyers, come in and print them out, and give them to the teachers to send home with them. I do talk to the rep and set the dates up and everything online myself at home in my own time.
yeah. Well, and I've gone in and made the copies for other things, but I just do it after work. We have a great custodian, Derek, who will sometimes allow me in the school after work hours when he's still cleaning. So just trying to say that, if you're interested in taking over book fair, it's not something that has to be done during certain times. You can work it around your family requirements, your professional requirements. And
if you have a student in school, you can do it during the day, come in and make copies while your kid's at school. And some of the other things that you have to do is like a week or two before the actual fair happens, the only physical work you have to do is go in and fill out the sign things and put them up on the walls. And it gets pretty fun because the kids walk by and they go, book fair, that's coming, all right, and they're all happy about it and stuff. And
yeah,
it's
you're
kind of the feeling when you're setting it up and they're this, like, you make them happier than heck.
You're the hero in their eyes because you're the one that's put up the signs.
Yeah, especially for the week of the fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only thing you have to do is that you do need to kind of set it up like we had it in the library the week prior to the Saturday event for the students preview. So you do just, the cases don't automatically just, magically appear. You do have to roll the cases into the room and set them up, but you can decide how they want to be set up. And then if you are the book fair chair, you can decide when you want to do that during school or after school. The student preview is generally during the school day. And, if you can be there to help out, if not, that's where the volunteer coordinator might be able to get some volunteers to help out. So, it's a job that it is it's a lot of work, not a little bit, it's a lot of work. But it's only twice a year and it has great outcomes and kids love it. So if anyone's interested in taking over book fair, please reach out to me or Richard. Is there anything anybody else wants to say about book fair or our Saturday, November 6th date, or anything that they have any comments on? I'm assuming there's nothing on YouTube, or Adam would have let me know. So,
Yeah, nothing so far.
okay. Please comment on the YouTube chat because I do review those. So your chat will be read by me. And I know Adam will at least tell me if there's something on there. So you're not being missed. But let's go to topic number 2. Our PTC meeting for December. So our PTC meetings are usually on the 3rd Tuesday of the month. Unfortunately, the 3rd Tuesday of the month in December is during winter break. And PTC generally does not do any meetings or events on non-school days. So we are going to move the regular PTC meeting from the third Tuesday to the second Tuesday. So that's going to be December 14th at 6:30. So it's just on the second Tuesday of the month. And that's usually when the board, we meet and we kind of fine tune a few different things, do the nitty gritty of yes, this, no, that. We'll actually invite you guys into our meeting. So it will be a different meeting link. I'm kind of new at Google Meets, so I don't know if it's going to be the same one that the board has or not. But what I will do is I will email out the meeting link like I did last night. Sorry for the delay. Usually try to get those about a week out. And I will have Mrs. Tom send it out on the Remind app as well. So if there's another way you would like to get the meeting link for December, please email me at northgreshamptc@gmail.com. I can text it to you. If you need me to send out a flyer, I can work on that as well. Just being a little bit busy lately, so some things have kind of dropped. But we are going to have it on the second Tuesday of the month, December 14th. Okay, Richard was moving his camera and Katie's eyes got wide. Did I miss something?
No.
Okay.
Sophia doesn't want her face to be showing on camera because as she walks by with the thing. And I'm trying to get her on the camera and she's just like, no.
I'll also have it up on the website, and it'll be in the calendar that they can access from the website as well. So,
yes, thank you, Adam, for constantly keeping that website up to date and all the changes, because we're an ever-changing world. So I do appreciate that. In case parents need or want to know, you can always check out information on our website. We got a website address. It's northgreshamptc.com. Pretty easy to kind of remember everything. And Adam always tries to keep what's going on, links to the different events, and our meeting times will be updated on there as well. So third topic is the teacher conference dinner. Normally PTC, we provide dinner for the teachers because they are at school pretty much all day, usually Monday and Tuesday, and it is a very long day for most teachers. They're there for about 10 to 12 hours, time away from their family, time away from, going to the kitchen and getting some dinner really quickly. So we usually provide them with a dinner. Mrs. Sewell, did we have the official numbers of how many teachers are actually going to be at the school since conferences are online? Or
Yeah. I sent it to you, 20.
Oh, I never got it. Okay.
No, I sent it to you at the beginning of this meeting I text you, sorry.
Oh.
And then also, I also texted that room 215 will be available for sorting fundraising stuff.
Oh, awesome.
I think those were the two things I was supposed to bring. So there will be 20 staff in the building. It's surprising the majority are choosing to work from school.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm trying to figure out how many actual physical teachers we have, but that's a good portion of them compared to
right
last
now we
year.
have 2 that say they're going to work from home.
Okay. So what we need help with is we need some volunteers, just some people to help out. What we've done in the past prior to COVID is getting like Olive Garden to donate salad and breadsticks. We talk to Sherry's, usually they donate some pies. And then we have some parents who are willing to cook some dinners and drop them off. I don't know if we want to continue with that tradition, if we want to look at doing something different. Right now with my work schedule, I just don't have time to really call and get some donations. And I will admit this, I am not a good cook. You don't want me cooking for our teachers because they're not going to like us and they're going to hate the parents. So But I do have that week off, so I would be willing to work on transportation and getting everything to the school and set up. But we will need volunteers to help out. Is anyone willing to say, hey, I'll call, or I can make this, or is there anyone that can help step up to do that? Adam, is there anyone that's messaged on YouTube?
Not so far. Just to clarify, is this going to be for one night, or are we doing multiple nights of conferences?
Usually what we do in the past is we've had enough to where we kind of set it up on Monday, and then we kind of put it in the refrigerator, and then teachers have leftovers on Tuesday.
So this will be for next Monday, the 22nd, and then leftovers on the 23rd.
Yeah. Because usually what in the past, usually teachers are doing a work day all day and then doing evening conferences. And then Tuesdays usually all day long, morning, afternoon, and evening with conferences. So it's kind of 2 days that are like 10 to 12 hours for them. Katie, what do we have in the budget to spend wise? If we don't have anybody who's willing to help cook, I can try to go out and buy something or have it delivered. I just can't remember. I don't have that with me.
So in the actual budget, it's only set for $50 because we have always had massive amounts of donations from Sherry's and Olive Garden, and like one other place has been pretty consistent in donating a majority of the food. So the $50 has been spent on drinks and utensils, not so much the food.
Okay.
When I can talk to the counselors tomorrow, we can see if maybe we can call to see about Olive Garden and what they're able to do.
Okay, that would be perfect. Yes, if just to see how many, and I usually tell them like 20 to 25 teachers. I usually go a little bit over, and they usually are willing to donate, or in the past, salad and some breadsticks. So I could just go and get it, pick it up, and then take it to the school. I'll see what else I can kind of figure out within that $50. Counselors, let me just write this down. Counselors might help with Olive Garden. Okay.
Mr. Sewell, what is the school's thoughts on the families cooking or bringing food in that's not prepared, say at a restaurant? I know we've done the baked potatoes in the past and do their own potato bar. Is that still something that we can do this year, or would they prefer it to be pre-done?
Yeah, most of our stuff has been pre-done. One of the things I was thinking about is like, I know in the past, Spud Monkeys.
Are we okay? I don't hear anything, so I will continue going on. In the past, I've done a couple of things like a talent show or an 80s school dance. We try to have something that's kind of fun for parents and fun for families, and fun for parents to put together. But yeah, with COVID, we're kind of looking for some ideas. I know some parents have heard of different things. One parent talked to me and was saying, "Oh, well, we've heard about doing a window parking lot." I don't know what the type of weather we have in December, January, if we want to try something. But if anybody has any ideas, please share them. Email us. You can also get us on Facebook or the website. We're also looking for a spring fundraiser ideas, because in the past, again, we've done Jogathon, but with parents not allowed in the school. That's kind of a lot to deal with for the school with no volunteers. And then we've also done diners a dinner's night out as little, small fundraisers. But I don't know, what do you parents want to do, or what do you guys want to see, and what do you want to help out with? It's not my event. It's not Katie's or Richard's event. It is our events, the parents. So if you guys have any ideas of what you would like to see or do, we are here to reach out now. But that's kind of what we do in the. So if you think of anything, let us know. Or I mean, I've literally Googled events for PTAs ideas, but what are we back on YouTube? Are we still working on that? Because I'm assuming you don't have the internet, so that's probably not working. Okay, you look like you're concentrating.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The winter events that you're discussing is just a fun activity, or is it another fundraiser?
To do a fun activity. Prior to COVID, we were trying to do like a fundraiser activity. So it's not just, raising money the whole time. Yes, that's a lot of what PTC does, but we always try to have fun, family fun things. We had a talent show, an 80s dance, a movie at the school and the gym. Of course, with restrictions, but anything. I mean, we can even do a fundraiser to look at in the spring. If you've got a great idea, I'm all ears.
Okay. Can you tell me your name again? Sorry.
Sorry, I'm Heather, the PTC president.
Okay. Well, I'll be thinking. I've been writing some notes for me to think about, and so I just want to know who to email Richard for book stuff.
Yeah, if you just need to keep it all North Gresham PTC at gmail.com. That's the president's email. Forward it to Richard, attach you. I mean, so then you would get his email.
Got it.
All of our emails are a little bit different.
Okay.
But yeah, we also have a Facebook page, North Gresham PTC. We have our website, North Gresham PTC. There's a little bit of a, I've had parents message me on Facebook. We've had parents do the contact us on the website. I'm even willing to say my phone number is 503-866-7263.
Okay.
Because it's not being Facebook, so I don't mind telling you.
Okay.
I mean, you could ask Katie and Richard. I will sometimes text you at 1:00 in the morning. Please forgive me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But with, busy life, we all kind of work in what we can. Text me back.
Okay.
But yeah, any ideas you have, that would be great.
Okay.
A smart person said, 1 or 2 brains are better than 1, 4 brains are better than 2, 8 brains are better than 4. So, just because what we've done in the past doesn't mean that's what we need to do in the future. If you've heard of something, researched, or maybe your school did something.
Okay.
We'll be willing to try. Took us a little bit to get to doing the family movie night because we found out we had to have a license to show movies. Okay,
Oh.
But I mean, we're willing to work and see what we can do. So, I mean, no idea is a bad idea. I think, the bad idea was my son said he wanted to do a dunk tank in December. And I said, no, I am not willing to go into a dunk tank in December. Sorry. Maybe if we do a spring event and it's a little bit warmer, I'd be willing to go into a dunk tank. But if I'm not willing to do it, I'm not going to make another parent do it.
Kind of sounds fun for a field day, though.
Yeah. Or I mean, maybe if we do a book fair event in the spring, and instead of doing games, we can have a dunk tank or something. I don't know. Anybody know how to get a dunk tank? Oh, yes. And Richard just put in his email in the Gmail chat box for book fair. Thank you, Richard. I just didn't have that with me. It's ngptcsbf@gmail.com. I don't know. Oh.
Yes.
It's probably NGPTC Scholastic Book Fair.
Yes.
Oh, NGPTC Scholastic.
No, not spelled out.
SBF, the short for
North Scholastic Book Fair. That's what it stands for.
Oh, but just the letters. Okay.
Yes.
And you
you got it.
guys voted me in president. Why'd you guys do that?
Because you have everyone else to help you out.
Hey, I have a great team that I work with. That's the only reason I was willing to do it.
We are still live on YouTube, FYI. Maybe a little bit laggy, but we are. G will send me an update when they have my power outage.
Review it, and I'll maybe add some notes like that or want to review it. But we got about 10 minutes left in this meeting. Hey, we might get done early. Yeah, I know. I don't. Anything else we need to talk about for new business or review before we go to the next topic to see if Katie has anything for the treasurer's report? I don't hear anything. I know, Katie, the board, we did a big treasurer's report last week to
Yeah.
get some approvals, and I finally got the papers to you and stuff. I am sorry. My life's been a little bit crazy and hectic.
No worries, no worries. Anything new that we haven't already discussed, and I think we're all good on there. I haven't had a chance to upload any of this stuff onto QuickBooks yet tonight, so I don't have anything new from last meeting.
Okay.
Other than
just
new audio equipment that I'm still figuring out.
I heard. But just so parents knew, we had some teachers turn, and then we had lots of fun deposits from the Saturday of gets everything entered into QuickBooks. So that's all it, and I don't know. She does an awesome job getting everything added and keep me included of not saying the wrong numbers. What the treasurer does, in case anyone has any questions, or
I mean, the paperwork gets turned in on you just line by or check number, name, dollar amount.